Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to release one of the episodes of the What If series that we've been working on. Today we are going to release the What If Luke Skywalker died on the trench run on the Death Star during the movie A New Hope. Everybody knows how the story goes. In the original timeline,
Death Star approaching. Estimated time to firing range, 15 minutes.
Let go. The force is strong in this one. What? Yahoo!
now, with that small recap, we can resume to the alternate timeline in which Luke Skywalker got shot and died during that trench run. We take place where Luke takes lead in the final attempt on the trench run, where his escort's already been destroyed, and Darth Vader zeroes in on that final X-Wing. Obi-Wan reaches out to Luke Skywalker to let go and let the Force guide him. Then a shot from above that destroyed one of the escorting TIE pilots, but the one that was destroyed was on the right side of Vader, in which the left veered off and hit the wall of the Death Star. But Vader was not knocked off while he's about to zero in on that solo X-Wing. The beeps of the radar synchronizes indicates that the X-Wing is on lock. When Luke was about to fire the torpedoes, Darth Vader shoots the X-Wing and it blows up. As Han looks over and sees the explosion for the trench, he calls for Luke, but there was no response. He calls back to command on Yavin 4 and they indicate that Luke is gone. In disbelief, Han and Chewie decide on the last act of courage to go into the trench run and do the final attempt, speeding as fast as they could before it was too late. In the communications, he could hear General Akbar the order of retreat. They heard a blast for the Death Star, which destroys Yavin. Han spirals out of the trench and sees Yavin 4 in pieces. He meets with some of the remainder fighters and hit to hyperspace. Back at the Death Star, everyone is celebrating that the war is over. Darth Vader meets with Darth Sidious. "You have done well, my apprentice. You have defeated the Rebel Alliance, and we will rule the galaxy without any distraction." "Yes, my lord." Sidious starts crackling in laughter while Darth Vader wonders, who was that person in that X-Wing that had a good connection in the Force? Sidious senses Vader's wonder and stops his crackling. "What is wrong, my apprentice? Is something bothering you?" "After defeating Obi-Wan, there was another person that was piloting that final X-Wing, and he had a strong connection with the Force." Yes, I felt a disturbance of the Force during that battle, but he was no match for the dark side of the Force." "Do you know who he was?" "No, but it means nothing because he has perished during that battle. No need to wonder, my apprentice." "Yes, master." "Now it is time to wipe out the remaining of the rebellion once and for all. Hunt down the remaining fragments and destroy all of them." "It will be done, my lord." Vader rises and walks to his corridor, but walks towards the security center. He demands to review the cell block where they held Princess Leia. He wanted to know how they were able to break Princess Leia out, even though all the cameras were destroyed, but the voice recorders were still functional. He replays the moment when Luke, Han, and Chewie were saving Leia. He listens and hears a slight conversation between Luke and Leia.
"I'm Luke Skywalker. I'm here to rescue you. And I'm here with Ben Kenobi."
Ben Kenobi, where is he?
Vader raises his head in disbelief that this hero was a Skywalker. He begins to ponder if the pilot that he killed was Luke Skywalker. If it's true, it might be his lost long son. He decides to go back to Mustafar, to go to his chambers, into his bacta tank for a deep meditation and think about what happened. Meanwhile, in Dagobah, Obi-Wan tells Yoda of the tragic news that both of the twins perished during the Battle of Yavin. Obi-Wan faces defeat as the Jedi Order is gone, since Luke was the final hope. Yoda tells Obi-Wan that there is still another, not knowing who can be Vader and Sidious, but it'll take time. Think of another that was close to Vader. Obi-Wan begins to ponder and realizes that there is one last hope. Han returns to the remaining fleet and tried to devise a plan, but still in disbelief, he decides to leave and return to his old ways. Chewie refuses and roars as loud as he could to bring sense back into Han, and he tells him to fight for Leia and for Luke. Why? They're both gone. The alliance is nothing. Gone. Over. Chewie in disbelief and continues to roar. Let's go, Chewie, before they find us. You know the Hutts. They will eventually find us. They want our heads, Chewie. Chewie slams Han to the wall and gives one final roar. Damn it, Chewie! Han in disbelief and looks straight in the eyes of Chewie, and you can see the sorrow in his eyes. Damn it, Chewie. I know the Hutts will find us eventually. He continues to look into Chewbacca's eyes. I can't leave you behind. You're all I got. Plus, I need my co-pilot. Chewie roars at a small victory that he was able to bring some hope back into Han, for Luke, and for Leia. Han and Chewie turn around and head back to command and devise a plan to recruit as many soldiers and pilots for a final assault. Back on Mustafar, Darth Vader enters his bacta tank and he begins to feel the Force make him see past beyond his final battle with Obi-Wan. He remembers that the love of his life, Padme, was pregnant, and when she encountered him at Mustafar with all his rage against Obi-Wan, he tossed Padme to the side and he forgot what he truly wanted his power for. And when he was rebuilt as Darth Vader, he could hear his Padme cry. And then he hears a little baby cry. And he hears Vader opens his eyes and he's trying to struggle out of his bacta. And with all the rage he builds up because he realizes that he killed his son, the bacta tank implodes. Bacta all over the place. Vader hanging there. And his Sith eyes turn blue. He is in disgust of what he has done. With all that he has left, all the remaining love that he had left has perished. Now, all he wants was revenge. So that is the conclusion of part 1 of What If Luke Skywalker Died on the trench run on the Death Star. If you want us to put out a part 2, hit the like button. And also comment down below what else we could have done to improve on this story. And make sure to hit the subscribe button for future content. And there will be more What If stories later on down the road. But besides that, guys, thank you for listening to this awesome story so far. I hope you guys have a great day. And may the Force be with you always. Peace.